What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Honestly, today I wasn't supposed to be recording a video. Like all this week, I haven't recorded a video. I was trying to kind of get a grasp on my short form, like IG and reels, not reels, well, reels and shorts. I was trying to get a grasp on that a little bit, but I ain't been doing that. But I also ain't been recording, period, because I've been working out at the school gym and I don't want to be sitting there, got the school logo everywhere. And like I just don't even like having fitness world and this gym I work out at. I don't even like having fitness world in the background of everything just because I'm not here necessarily promote them. Yeah, I do appreciate them letting me use their stuff. I mean, I pay them a membership, so I pay to use it, but like I don't know. I just like they didn't say put me in the back of your video, so I don't be want to put my like people in my stuff. Not and that ain't on no ego or no pride. That's just me. I see it as being polite. Like shoot, everybody want to be on camera. Everybody want their stuff on camera. So why am I putting it on? Like I feel like I shouldn't. But I mean it's me, so I'm gonna put me on it, and that's what I'm gonna do. But um, we back. Well, we're not. We never left. We've been working out, but we back in this gym. I haven't been in this gym since Monday. Today's Friday, so we gonna get that work in today. We got bench, the regular bench that y'all didn't see it last week because I posted a short of me doing my dumbbell bench presses or a video of me doing my stuff last week on IG. Might have been on YouTube too. I'm not sure, but we got bench today, spin press, which you have two plates pressed together here, just going back and forth here. Um, then we go into some type of row. I'm not sure I'm going to do the chest supported T-bar row again because I don't like I want to be able to breathe. Anybody that's ever done the rows or your chest supported row understand that it's difficult to breathe in that position. Now you ain't about to die. Don't get it twisted, but like breath doesn't flow as smoothly because you're sitting. Your lungs are being compressed and your chest is being compressed then too. So I may see if I can find some other row. I may do a dead stop row just because I only got to do hundreds when I was at the school gym. The highest they go is 100, which if you're in high school, you're doing hundreds. Rows, not necessarily, but if you're doing hundreds like bench or anything else, then you moving weight. But if I'm doing a row, like y'all saw me post 185 with the dumbbell row with a dead stop row. If I'm doing 185, 100 ain't really doing nothing for me like that for real. So I ended up doing 100, and I ended up cutting the set short just because I had to go ahead and work out just the athletes that I was there to work out anyway. So I ended up cutting the one set short on my last exercise, which is pull-ups and explosive push-ups. They didn't have a dip port machine, so I did explosive push-ups instead of dips. Yesterday, we'll get into yesterday. We'll get into yesterday. Just really what I'm gonna talk through throughout this whole video is yesterday. Some things that transpired yesterday throughout the workout, what was said to me. Ain't nothing bad, but like it's something that causes you to think and it's gonna push you to be better. But I've talked enough. I'm gonna go ahead and warm up a little bit. You know, I like to get my PVC pipe, warm my chest up, my shoulders up, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into our first set of bench. So what I saw from the previous set, which is 225 for my third, fourth set gonna be somewhere. We're gonna have to work for this fourth set. I did a mean bounce on that last rep just now before I got into the spin press, but we still got 245 on the bar, so it's progress. Like week before last, we had 225. Last week we had 235. This week we got 245. Not promising next week we're moving up to 255, but it's progress. It's progress, and just make sure you keep track of it. I was watching a guy that I was studying things about training for, and he was talking about how it's hard to attain your goals if you're not maintaining the progress or you're not keeping track of the process. So, like when I first started coming to the gym, that's what I was doing. I was just coming in, doing whatever I wanted to, not keeping track of anything. I was doing a lot of bodybuilding stuff, which is part of the reason why. And I wouldn't say bodybuilding, but when I first started going to the gym, I was doing bodybuilding stuff. I was doing a little app, had a program off an app that I downloaded on my phone. But when I started doing it myself, I was doing some bodybuilding exercises, but everything wasn't as um, much of compound lifts or compound lifts as I do now, or explosive lifts. So um, I wasn't keeping track of it. So there was no way to see or to show constant progression. And that's what I tell my clients or tell my sister, because she used to not put in her weights. And I'm like, put your weights in. Put your weights in. Because if you put your weights in, you can tell what you've done and it'll be written down that you can see it. And then next time you go in, do the same amount of sets, same amount of reps. You can see whether you're progressing or not. Did the weight go up? Are you doing more weight? Are you doing less weight? You're doing less weight. Why are you doing less weight? Like, what are we doing to causing you to regress instead of progress? But um, now, oh, I forgot I didn't have clips on. I just saw on the camera where there's space in between these plates. I thought I have clips on. But we're gonna go ahead and knock out this last set at 245, and then we'll get into our dumbbell bench and some type of row. I still haven't decided what kind of row it's gonna be. It may end up being still the chest supported T-bar row, or since my back is feeling a little bit better, it could be the regular T-bar row. It could be the regular T-bar row. I'm not sure, but regardless of what it is, we always gonna work. We're always gonna work. Going out this last set out and keep it pushing.
I just thought about it. Essentially, doing that, you curling whatever you benching. You curling whatever you benching. So if I did that with an 80, theoretically speaking, with a little momentum, I can curl 80 pounds. Think about it, man. Think about it. Now, the most I've actually curled is like 55, but, or 60. And my homeboy made me go that heavy because I think he was curling like 65. I think he ended up curling 55s. And then he ended up going past that. Because when I work out with you, I can't stand for you to do more weight with me. And that's part of the reason why I've gotten as strong as I've gotten, because I've always worked out with people stronger than me. And that's why even if I'm training somebody, I don't like to work out with them, because I usually have to go down. Or sometimes if I'm training with some football players, the athletes that I work out with, that I coach, I'll work out with them because I want them to see me move more weight and them have that desire to get to that weight. But let me quit talking. Not this 80s out. Now I did have 85s last week, but I only did 85 for 2 sets. First set was 70, second set was 75. So this week we just started out with 80s. One more. Whew. And yeah, I did decide to go with the chest supported rows just because I felt 315 from yesterday, so I ended up going just doing these because T-bar rows only had 245s on there, and I was feeling it. It wasn't heavy, but I was still feeling it. This isolates the back. T-bar row allows you, well, standing without a support, chest support, it allows you to use your legs a little bit and a little momentum. Momentum is killed with this pad here, and you're forced to contract the lats in order to be able to move the weight. But well, not these last set of 80s. And in fact, I may do 85. I might do 85, we'll see. We're going to switch these out. To the 85s, I might do 90s. I'm going to grab the 90s. And this ties in. Hold on. And this ties in a little bit to what I was wanting to get into, which is pushing yourself. Like I got the 90s now. Possibly I should have did an 85. That's not to say 80s weren't working, but I wasn't pushing myself to the max capacity which I could have. And the thought kept crossing my mind, grab the 85, grab the 85, grab the 85s. But I silenced it and just did the 80s. Now we got the 90s, and I shouldn't be making that jump. But what I may start implementing is last set, just do a weight I think I can get. Not sure I can get it, but I think I can get it. Like I'm not sure I can get this. I think I can, but it's not a certain thing. But I should have done 85 for all 4 sets with the T-bar row chest supported. Yeah, that was a good weight. Possibly I could have added another 10 to it. Possibly a 25, possibly. But I definitely picked that way. So I'm not the type of team. Let's get it started. close attention to my dynamic high pulls, you saw a difference between the first set. No, it was the second set. I recorded the second set and the third set. There was a difference. And the reason there was a difference because of what I talked about with the dumbbells. I decided to go past hard and push myself more. Like I accuse my athletes a lot of time, oh, you're just going through the motions, you're not pushing yourself. And in the same token, like at the same time, I'm sitting here not pushing myself to my max capabilities. Like, yeah, it's like I'm sweating. Like, as you can see, I'm sweating. But you might not can see. But I'm sweating. I can feel the sweat. And if I ain't have no shirt on, no hat on, you see the sweat dripping. But just because I'm working doesn't mean I'm pushing myself to be the best version of myself. Like, I got 135 on dynamic high pulls, and yes, that's the weight that needs to be on there, but the effort isn't giving what it's supposed to give. Like, you see, I was popping my feet a little more. I pulled the bar higher, and I adjusted with the single arm landmine rows. I'm not saying like landmine presses, my bad, because it had, and I feel some sweat dropping down my back. But it has to be max effort. Everything has to be max effort in order for me to get the results as quickly as I want to get them. Like the less I push myself, the longer it's gonna take. The more I push myself, the quicker it's gonna take. And that's one of the keys. You have to continue to push yourself past hard, past failure, past the point where it's like, this is hard. Like, or when your mind perceives that something is hard, are you gonna push past that and say, I can do better? I can do better. And that's what I had to do with the high pulls. And that's what I did yesterday. Yesterday when I was doing my squats, as y'all know, I've been dealing with some knee issues. My knee been feeling better. My knee has been feeling better. But I went into the gym, into the weight room, and I put 225 on every box squat. And I was working. I was like, And then like I was there with some former players, one of my receivers and one of the running backs / linebackers that they used to play for us. And he was one I used to talk trash to all the time, telling him I squat more than him. And at that point in time I did, it was 40. I squatted for something. But now I told him I haven't touched for something in years, in at least a year. And I want it, and for real, like 2 years. But I touched it once in between there, and I did it. I think. But I was doing 225, and y'all know I got 4 sets. So first 2 sets, 225, and I was like, man, like this ain't nothing to write home about. Coach White squat 225. Boom, let's put 275 on there. So I put 275 on there. And then I was like, you know what? 275 wasn't max. So let's do 315. So I did 315 for box squats. But the box was below parallel. I will say that. The box was below parallel. And so like it's still easier than a regular squat just because I was tapping something at the bottom. But I put 315 on there. I went from 225 to 315. Now y'all tell me, was I pushing myself hard enough? Those first 2 sets. If I could do 315 for the last set, was I pushing myself hard enough on those first 2/3 sets? I started pushing myself for the 3rd set. But even then, if I did 315 for 5, and I did have to take, like 315 was what it was supposed to be. It was good what it was supposed to do. But if I did 225, well, was I truly working? Same thing with trap bar. It's not the same thing with trap bar. It's the same thing with trap bar deadlift. Like, y'all know I've done 4 or 5 for 3 sets of 5. But last week I did 315. And granted, I have taken time off, but it ain't been like it's been like without no hiccups. But yesterday I put 315 on the bar, and I was like, it was work. I was working. Don't get it twisted. Like, if you don't think 315 is work, you don't want to put 315 on the trap bar and see how easy it is. And I know there's some strong people out there where it's like, oh, it's light, right? For real, it's light. But the fact that my last set was 405, did I push myself as hard as I could? And I know I did. I did. And so I'm low-key contemplating right now whether when I come back next week, should all my box squats be 315, and should all my trap bar deadlifts be 405? Like that's what I'm wrestling with in my mind right now. But the key to it all is push past where you think you can go. Push past where you think you can go. Because At the end of the day, you don't get this time back. You don't get this workout back. So yeah, you put work in. Yeah, you might have maintained. You might have increased a little bit, but can you increase substantially to the point where you're making those gains quicker and faster than what you had originally planned? And those reporters said people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Like, put the work in, be consistent with it, push yourself to the best you can be, and you'll be there before you know it. You'll be there before you know it. Now, if you go in there and ego lift, that's the ones that overestimate what they can do in a year. If you go in there and ego lift, then you're gonna come up short. But if you just be consistent, push yourself a little past your limits. Well, push yourself to your limits, not just your mental limits, but your physical limits, and challenge yourself. Those are the ones who underestimate what they can do in 10 years. So, I got one more set, but this is the outro, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But the next time you go into the gym, or next time you're doing something, anything, think about that. Get that little thought. Am I pushing myself to be the best I can possibly be? Am I working as hard as I can possibly work? Or can I give a little bit more? Can I give a little bit more? So, but thank y'all for listening, tuning in. I'm gonna keep the videos coming, trying to stay consistent. Next week I got all week off, so I'll be recording some more. Hopefully I'll get some field sessions in. Might see my babies in there because my wife wants me to take them. So they might make another appearance. If you saw my video, my nephew, you saw they made an appearance. I was holding them on occasion, things like that. But make sure y'all stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming. I finally got me a pair of cleats where I can get the field. I'm gonna ask one of my receivers if I can borrow one of these cleats, because the ones I have are low key small. But like I said, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.